Take 42. Hello everyone, Rust here, and I'm stealing Lost My Sanity's intro because I don't know how to write one. Maybe not. Let's just get into things. After patch 1.07, poise values of weapons and armor were changed substantially. It's now easier than ever to achieve over 100 poise with a variety of armors, and most weapon sets will guarantee a poise break in 2 hits or less. This really changed how oppressive poise stacking can be, but in many ways it's still the same issue. High poise can still cause problems for a lot of setups, especially if your weapon doesn't break poise in one hit. So what do? Well, 1. You use a weapon with enough poise damage that it can't be mashed out of. And then you're relying on 50-50 reads on whether your opponent will either mash or roll. Get the call wrong and you lose your advantage. Here's where poise counting comes in. Poise counting is the estimation of your opponent's poise based on their armor setup and the assumption that they're using the Bullgoat's talisman. It's important to get familiar with these various armor setups and what combinations may add up to the poise that can take a hit from you. To keep things simple, let's assume that you're using a two-handed heavy thrusting sword and your opponent is running 101 poise. Fan daggers are going to be your best friend here. Each do 5 poise damage, and they're a fairly safe way to creep your opponent's poise down to breaking range. In this scenario, 1 fan dagger is all it takes for your neutral attack to break poise. Poise recovers after 30 seconds, so you have plenty of time to take advantage of it. Now things start to get a little tricky when hyperarmor comes into play. Certain ashes like Storm Stomp and Endure that provide hyperarmor actually reset poise health. Another thing to keep in mind is that phantom hits cause poise damage. If an attack would normally poise break, it will instead reset the poise health, but it's far less noticeable than someone using an Ash of War. At the end of the day, be on top of your poise counting, and take advantage of moments where you know the next hit will break poise. And be cautious of someone mashing if it won't. Mix it up, go for jump attacks, keep up the pressure, and understand your priority. Now, I found that this would be easier to explain in demonstration, so I'm going to leave it to the clips to illustrate how poise counting works. That does it for the voiceover segment of the video. I'm going to be leaving text throughout the video to help provide context to the clips. If you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe, and if you have any questions or suggestions on how I can improve the videos in the future, I'd really appreciate the feedback. Let's get into the fights.